Budget wildlife photographer, film photography. I started taking wildlife and nature photographs in 2003 with Nikon film cameras using slide film. The Nikon film cameras that I used were Nikon F100 and Nikon F5 with Fujichrome Velvia 150 slide film. The cost to create good slide photographs was very high because the film was expensive and the processing also. And then the cost to convert the slides to JPEG so they can be seen on the computer. When using slide film, the image you got were final. You could not change anything after it was done. Digital photography. Digital cameras were getting very popular about 2004, and I bought a Nikon D70, which cost about $1,000 with the lens kit, which is 6.1 megapixel and was not good enough for professional work. So I continued shooting slides until about the end of 2005. Then I bought a Nikon D2X, which cost about $4,500 and is 12 megapixel and also Photoshop software. This is a slide film of this beautiful osprey taken in the Everglades using the Nikon F5 and Vivitar 50 slide film. Also took the same photograph with the D70. Here is the photo from the Nikon D70. It was taken about April 2005, and that camera has 6.1 megapixel, and the JPEG file was about 2 megabytes. And as you looking at it, you couldn't tell the difference on the computer, but if you were to print it, it would make a big difference in the quality of the print. National Geographic. Some rules for submitting photographs to enter contests. Photographs may be taken with any type and brand of camera. Photographs may not be entered that previously have won an award in a National Geographic sponsored photographic contest. Only submit photographs that are unmanipulated and real. Do not digitally enhance or alter your photographs beyond the basics needed to achieve realistic color balance and sharpness. Cropping is acceptable. If you have digitally added or removed anything, please don't submit the shot. Every photo will be reviewed to see if it's authentic. And if we find that yours in any way is not, it will be disqualified. In case of the winners, raw files will be requested to be submitted for review. Please do not submit images showing product branding, logos, and trademarks. Copied from National Geographic website. Photoshopping. Photoshopping is a process of creating digital art on the computer. The photograph should be made by the camera and not made by the computer. And photoshopping a photograph is making a lie. Whosoever love it and make it a lie. Revelation 22:15. This is what most photographers do in wildlife today. They do not use flash on the animal, but add the light and catch light in the animal's eye using Photoshop software. Budget wildlife equipment. I started using Nikkor 80 to 200 millimeter and also Nikkor 80 to 400 millimeter VR in 2004 and got great results. Today I'm using Nikon D780 and Nikon D850 cameras with Nikkor 300 2.8 VR2 and TC 1.4 teleconverter, Nikkor 35mm 2 macro Nikkor 105 2.8 GED, also Nikon SB5000 flash. I am Michael Peyton Stewart at nofotoshopping.com. This is a female Aninga shot in the Everglades, February 3rd, 2022, using a Nikon D850 and a 300mm 2.8 with a 1.4 teleconverter. This duck was shot with a Nikon D850 using 300mm 2.8 lens at 1/4000th of a second. This great egret was shot using a Nikon D780 with its 300mm 2.8 with the 1.4 teleconverter attached. This great blue heron was shot in the Everglades using a Nikon D5 and the 300mm 2.8 lens with a 1.4 teleconverter.